Today I want to talk to you about Uncle Tom 2. I had the pleasure of being invited not only to Uncle Tom 2, but a couple years back when Uncle Tom 1 came out, Corinne Tatum, who is the beautiful wife of Brandon Tatum, invited me and as their guest to come watch Uncle Tom 1. And that's actually where we initially met. And I was absolutely blown away by Uncle Tom 1. So when I got invited again by them to Uncle Tom 2, I was like, how could they possibly make this movie any better than Uncle Tom 1? But boy, was I blown away. When I saw this movie, you guys, I literally left shook to the core at some of the stuff that I learned. And I want to say this, there's a lot of times that things like this are made, and it's a lot of like statements and opinions that are presented. But what makes Uncle Tom 2 so different from the rest is that Chad Jackson, who stars in the movie and is also a writer in the movie, does an amazing job of really taking you through his process, his thought process of questioning all the things that he has learned being a black man in America about his history, and the process that he went through of finding the answers to those questions was incredible. And there are some things in this movie, you guys, that are literally going to shock you like you would not believe. I mean, to the point where there was parts towards the ends of the at the end of the movie where I was almost in tears watching it, because while the movie was such a magnificent piece of work, as far as the amount of work that they put into it, the music, like the score, everything was just beautiful about the movie. It's like some of the revelations that are shown, I was blown away. And I really don't want to spoil it for anybody. But if you are African American, you probably need to see this movie more than anybody. You know, everybody needs to see this movie, but prepare yourself if you are African American and you were brought up learning about the civil rights movement, learning about Dr. Martin Luther King, learning about the atrocity of Black Wall Street. You are going to probably walk out of there feeling incredibly lost and feeling incredibly misled. Because when you see what this movie presents to you and in the way that it presents it to you, you're going to feel like you were lied to. I can only imagine somebody going through a lot of emotions watching this movie. For those of you guys that don't know what this movie's about, I'll read really quick from IMDb this storyline that they wrote up here. It states, Uncle Tom 2 is an odyssey depicting the gradual demoralization of America through Marxist infiltration of its institutions. The film explores how this deceptive ideology has torn apart the fabric of society while using Black America as its number one tool for its destruction. From executive producer Larry Elder and director Justin Malone comes the continuation of their highly acclaimed film, Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom 2 will take the audience deeper into Black America's often eradicated history of honorable men, entrepreneurship, prosperity, faith, and patriotism, to its current perceived state of anger, discontent, and victimhood. Uncle Tom 2 unveils the Marxist strategy of creating false racial tension between Americans with its ultimate goal of attaining power, destroying capitalism, and replacing God with government. If that doesn't make you want to see the movie, I don't know what will. But let me just read to you some of the reviews on this movie. One person put, epic, a shaking that is a long time in the coming. This documentary is so well done. There is so much film footage and history telling along with a more than cautionary tale about where we are in America and could be headed. Without an awakening, No American that enjoys freedom and incredible heritage of our great country can afford to miss this film. The history shared in this film was riveting and needs to be seen by all. If you want to know the entire truth, you owe it to yourself to get all the facts. A lot of time, research, and care went into the production of this work. I'm very thankful to those who produced this work of art. There are tons of reviews like that. You won't find one bad review. I haven't found one bad review about this movie. But aside from the content of this incredible film, the cast, wow, is amazing. Again, Chad Jackson's in it. Ben Carson's, Alan West, Carol Swain, Brandon Tatum, Jesse Lee Peterson, Larry Elder, of course, and then they have a ton of archived footage in there as well. When I was at the premiere, they had actually invited a lot of the new cast that is going to be in Uncle Tom 3, because yes, there is going to be an Uncle Tom 3. How could there not be an Uncle Tom 3? I mean, I'm not going to spoil it, but at the end of Uncle Tom 2, man, they leave you on a cliffhanger like, oh, I need to know what's next. But, honestly, I need a little bit of a mental break, because I need to do a lot of research and reading and get up to speed before I can even contemplate absorbing what they have for us in Uncle Tom 3. But I got to meet a lot of the cast that's going to be in Uncle Tom 3, and you guys are going to love who they have coming up in the next Uncle Tom. It's a lot of your favorite influencers. They're, bringing a good mixture of a younger group of people in there as well. Not just, the older generation, but also, the younger generation, because I think that that's very important as well. Speaking of generation, I want to leave you with one riveting line from that movie. And I'm just paraphrasing this, and I can't remember if it was Jesse Lee Peterson that said it, Larry Elder, or Chad. It was one of those three. But the line went something to the effect of, our children and our grandchildren are our enemies. And when that was said, I remember hearing from the people that were sitting around me, which, by the way, the theaters, because there was two, were packed full of people. I just heard, wow. Because I don't think anybody really processed it until it was said, that the way that the world is going right now, with the way that our educational institutions are indoctrinating our children and filling things in their head, television, social media, news media, the way that they are just poisoning the next generation, it is true. If we don't fix and put a stop to what is going on, they are going to be our enemies. That is the truth. They're going to be our enemies. And, Chad is very real about the fact that he's not entirely sure that in our lifetime we will see this turnaround. That's how much damage has been done. So at any rate, please, please, please go check this movie out. You can go to salemnow.com. You click on Watch Now under Uncle Tom, and you can pay to have it streamed, or you can order a DVD. Highly worth it, highly recommended. Please come back here and let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you missed it, I did an Uncle Tom 2 DVD giveaway. And maybe if the people at Uncle Tom are watching this, they'll send me a few more DVDs to give away. But if they do, I'll make sure to let you guys know, because I would love to give away some DVDs to you guys if you just can't afford to purchase the movie right now. I definitely want to find a way for you guys to see it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.